Every now and then I make a video that's like a video letter, and every single video I've made, every single video letter I've made has been to a YouTuber. Not today, no. Today I'm making a video letter to someone who has made YouTube videos, but they're not like vlogs basically. This guy is a poet who is by far one of the most incredible poets or spoken word artists, whatever you want to call him, that I've ever sort of come across. When I was younger, I used to be really into poetry. I used to adore poetry, like my favourite thing. Like Michael Rosen, for example. You know, he was one of my favourite poets. I'm seeing him this year actually at Latitude Festival. And it isn't like poetry that's, you know, like really soft. Some of this guy's work, like I just said, isn't, you know, heartfelt poetry. Well, it is, but it's it's displayed in quite a sort of rappy sense, and I love that. I have this sort of secret love for rap, like people like Kendrick Lamar and Eminem, for example, and bands like 21 Pilots, who are on the whole quite a sort of rocky, hip-hoppy sort of thing, yet some of the lyrics are delivered in this rap style, which makes it really easy to listen to because it's just like da 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 da, rather than la da 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 sort of thing. That's such a weird thing to say, I'm sorry. I guess that's why I really respect him, because it's different, it's delivered in a different style. And there's other artists like him, like Kate Tempest, but I discovered Scroobius Pip first. So here goes. Dear Scroobius Pip, first of all, I'd like to say thank you and well done on a fantastic podcast. I find them really insightful. I find them really interesting to listen to because it isn't boring. It's interesting. It isn't sort of, and then I did this, and then I did this. It's sort of, it's fresh and unique. And that's something that I just admire when you interview people like Gail Porter, for example, who has such a fantastic story, and also Jodie Ann Bickley as well. Same thing, amazing story. The story of how I discovered you in terms of how I started listening to your music and songs and poems, oh for fuck's sake. Basically, Latitude Festival, each time there's a festival, I'm guessing, they upload onto Spotify a playlist of musician songs who are playing at the festival, obviously, and your name popped up, and there was Introduction, which is, in terms of a introduction to you, was fantastic because it had like a sort of snippet of who you are, I guess. From there I started to listen to your other stuff, from your Live at the Algorithms, I think, at the Royal Albert Hall. That was brilliant as well, and it kind of really got me into you, and I am so grateful to Latitude Festival for actually putting up that playlist, because without that there I wouldn't be able to, you know, enjoy Scroobius Pip. Last year, 2014, I was there, and yes, I should hate you because you support Millwall and I'm a West Ham fan, but that's okay, I'll let that pass. I have a stutter, I have had it for a while. I realise it doesn't come out very often. I mean, in the edit of this video, obviously, like, there'll be loads of stuttering that I have to sort of cut out, obviously. There was a video that you uploaded onto YouTube of how you stutter, and then if you type in your pocket or somewhere, like, you know, like type like that, type the words you're going to say, it kind of helps you, and it didn't work with me, firstly, and then I thought about it and it did, because I sort of slowed down what I was saying, and that kind of helped, I guess. Your work has helped so many people. There are poems and songs that you have done. One's like Magician's Assistant, which subtly nod a bit of help to someone listening to it, and the lyrics are so touching and moving, it really helps you just to wake up and just do something good with your life. My ex-girlfriend and I really connected with that song, and it's brilliant. There's another car behind me, isn't there? Yes, there is. Awkward. Isn't just that song, You Will See Me, A Letter from God to Man. There's certain little lyrics within those songs that really just sort of punch through the message, and it's brilliant to hear. And despite the fact that some of the songs are fairly morbid, it makes the song exciting because you're not quite sure what's coming next. One of my favourite bits of work by you is definitely Terminal. Yes, the message in that song is very bleak and deep. It's told like a story, like many songs, but it keeps the idea of that work, it keeps it fresh and it keeps it in your mind. So I'd just like to say thank you to you for making songs, poems, podcasts. I really don't think that you get the recognition that you deserve. And in terms of podcasts, what can I say? You've done really well with them. In the intro I mentioned Gail Porter and Jodie Ann Bickley, but Killer Mike and Ed Temple Morris, you know, such names and such stories really have drilled into my mind and made me think about my own life, in a good way of course. I myself have battled depression and low confidence and insomnia. Hearing people talking about it in a really heartfelt and intricate and interesting manner really helps. So thank you to you, Gail Porter, Jodie Bickley, and every single person who's been on your podcast, because I'm sure it isn't just me, but you have really helped. I feel it wouldn't be right of me if I made a whole video directed to you and not share something with you. Late last year or early this year, I'm not quite sure, I made a video to Broken Promise and I added the instrumental to Roads by Portishead. I made the lyrics go with the music and I'd love for you to see it. It's honestly one of my favourite pieces of work I've made. When I was making it, I listened to the lyrics of your song or your poem over and over again, and I kind of started to learn it off by heart, and it really helped with the whole making process because I knew what was coming next. I will put a link to that video in the description below. Keep doing what you're doing is fantastic, so thank you again. Yours sincerely, Sam Chaplin. Now watch this sunset because I'm sure it's going to be absolutely incredible.